Saudi Aramco excavation and trenching. All excavations 1.2 meters, 4 feet and deeper. Excavations deeper than 30 centimeters, 1 foot where buried pipelines or cables may be present. Note, entry into excavations 1.2 meters, 4 feet, and deeper will require a CSE permit as outlined in Operational Confined Space Entry Permit. Requirements for excavation design. 1. Design excavations using an excavation competent person, including, determine the soil type prior to entry, i.e., stable rock, or type A, B, or C soil. As described, determine the appropriate method of protection against sidewall cave-in, benching, shoring, or sloping, or a combination of methods depending on space available, nature of operations, and soil type. If sloping is used, note, an excavation competent person is one who is able to successfully demonstrate to Saudi Aramco that they have the knowledge, training, and experience to properly identify existing and predictable hazards, soil type, and working conditions that are unsanitary, hazardous, or dangerous to personnel. 2. Develop an excavation plan by a degreed engineer for the following: excavations greater than 2.4 meters, 8 feet, deep in type B or C soil. Excavations greater than 6 meters, 20 feet, deep regardless of soil type. Stable rock, natural solid mineral matter. Type A soil, a cohesive, tight soil, such as clay or rock. Previously disturbed type A soil becomes type C soil. Type B soil, a less cohesive soil such as a mix of sand, rocks, and clay. Previously disturbed type B soil becomes type C soil. Type C soil, the least cohesive soil, such as gravel, sand, muddy or freely seeping soils, and submerged rock that is not stable. Requirements for excavation construction. 1. Identify all utilities and lines and notify appropriate parties before beginning any digging or clean-up work. 2. Locate spoil piles at least 0.6 meters, 2 feet, from the edge of the excavation. 3. Position scaffold bases at least 1.5 times the depth of an excavation away from the edges of the excavation, including trenches. 4. Do not use mechanical excavators within 3 meters, 10 feet, of any underground pipes, cables, or other obstructions. 5. Do not operate motor vehicles or heavy equipment within 2 meters, 6.5 feet, or the depth of the excavation, whichever is greatest, for any excavation. Note, with the exception of excavating and backfilling equipment, example, track hoes, rock breakers, backhoes, and front-end loaders. 6. Do not operate cranes closer than the depth of the excavation for type A soils, and no closer than 2 times the depth of the excavation for type B and C soils. 7. Perform a documented excavation inspection using an excavation competent person for the following: before initially entering an excavation or after a change in site conditions. Each morning for excavations greater than 2.4 meters, 8 feet. 8. Erect barricades a safe distance from the excavation to protect individuals and mobile operating equipment above the excavation, or if the excavation is left unattended overnight. 9. Provide blinking warning lights at excavations during hours of darkness where there is personnel or vehicle movement. Requirements for personnel in excavations. 1. Enter an excavation only if you are authorized to do so. 2. Position personnel within the excavation outside the operating radius of any operating excavating equipment. 3. Position personnel in an excavation where they will not be exposed to a possible cave-in, and not within a distance less than the depth of the excavation away from the edge where equipment is located. 4. Ensure there is no water seepage into the excavation. 5. Provide ladders or other means of access so that there is no more than 7.5 meters, 25, of lateral travel distance for personnel in all occupied excavations. Ladders must extend a minimum of 1 meter, 3 feet, above the top of excavation wall. 6. Ensure there is an emergency rescue plan for excavations considered as confined spaces.